All right, guys, welcome back. It's a random Saturday in December. Decided to make a little flip-flop video. We're Tarantino in this. So what we're gonna be doing is making some fresh crab omelets right now. Fill up on that, get some coffee, and then head out to the boat, go pull some traps. All right, some fresh crab meats.
So yesterday we went out and pulled limits for the first time ever. 5 Dungeness, 6 1/4 inches wide, all male. And between 2 of us, we could only eat the claws and legs. So we've got a whole bucket full of body meat. A little Dungeness, a little Parmigiano.
It's like pimp my breakfast.
Pimp my breakfast.
Yo, I heard you like Dungeness, so I put Dungeness on your Dungeness.
I put Dungeness on your Dungeness omelet, and there's Dungeness inside of your omelet. We're gonna put a little more, and then we're gonna go catch more Dungeness, and then we're probably gonna start giving it to the neighbors. So it's a beautiful Pacific Northwest day. No rain, surprisingly. Left the traps out for a couple of days now off Dash Point. I'm having pretty good luck with Dungeness at about 85 feet. Started in Tramp Harbor, just sat out by the outgoing tides going. Just caught a couple of rock crabs. But been leaving them out, pulling them every day, hitting limits. So we're gonna go pull them up off Dash Point and hopefully have some luck, pull up 5 6 1/4 inch Dungeness.
All right, so I just got back from about a week of being out of town, and I've just been getting texts and videos and pictures and everything of all the crabs that Eric and company have been slaying. So super excited to be out here, be back on the boat. Like I said, it's a beautiful Pacific Northwest day. It's not too cold, just started drizzling a little bit. So we got Gore-Tex for that, we're all good. But yeah, just feeling great to be back here out on the water, and excited to go see what we'll pull up.
We're gonna get up on plane right now. One of the other great things about the C-Dory is it usually gets on plane about 7 knots, depending on how many people you have in here. And I like to cruise at 4,000 RPM, which usually puts me around 15, 16 knots, depending on the current, which is super efficient. This 115 Yamaha 4-stroke is 2011. It'll max out with this prop at 6,000 RPM, but burn a lot more gas that way. I don't have fuel numbers yet, but at 15 knots, 4,000 RPM, trimmed out, it's a super efficient boat, super light boat.
It's all about that pitch and power.
So we'll run out to Dash Point here. It'll take us about 15 minutes and pull the traps up. Nice little easy ride, warm and protected in here. Yeah, so right now this is Browns Point right here. You see the Browns Point lighthouse, and then dead ahead is Maury Island, kind of next to Vashon Island there. And then if you go to the northeastern side of Maury Island, you got Point Robertson, which is, there's a lighthouse there, Point Robertson Lighthouse. And yesterday there was a report of 40 orcas in J-Pod there, right when I was out pulling my traps, but I wasn't quite that far north. So potentially we could see a bunch of orcas today. We usually see some humpbacks out here in the fall, early winter in Commencement Bay, off Point Ruston or Point Defiance. But it'd be really cool if we saw some orcas today.
So one of our favorite channels to watch, shout out to MV Freedom, also up here in Washington. We love your videos. But something that we got out from the haul over video was your excessive usage of the word on the hard. And at first we just kind of made fun of it, and then now it's just, you know, within our language of being boat people. So man, life is hard out here on the hard. So it feels good to be back on the open water.
That's
again.
The question: is what is the opposite of life on the hard? Is it life on the wet, life on the soft, life
swishy,
on the squishy?
Yeah, I don't know. So MV Freedom, yeah, if you ever watch this, drop a comment down below. Per license, you're allowed to have 2 traps.
And then you can see they're pretty hard to find because there's often a ton of them out here. So you can see on my chart plotter here, I just GPS mark the trap when I drop it. And then coming back out here, especially when you're in a sea of traps, there are a lot in certain areas. One place being this little bay here off the dasher point. And you can just kind of drive to the X marks the spot, pull up your trap pretty quickly.
All right, so we're coming up on a trap right now.
Yeah, so we got one, I can be able to see it, but it's right here.
It's kind of hard to see.
About 25 feet off the nose. And we're gonna hook it, pull it up. So you might want to use that line puller.
It's the first time I've ever done this, and I'm trying to do it one-handed. Yep.
Cool, got it. All right, and then no need to have power pot puller when you have 100 feet of line, but it is nice to have gloves.
So Eric, you are the powered pot puller.
Yeah, you go to the gym a little more often to do that. I have powered Scotty mounts here, but this is all Scotty setup. It's just manual, and it does make it nice so you don't scrape up the fiberglass inside the boat, especially with leaded line. This trap feels moderately heavy, so the trap's probably about 5-10 pounds, but I've got a 10-pound free weight on the bottom of it to fight the current, keep it in place. And these Dungeness weigh 1.5 to 2 pounds each. So sometimes you can kind of feel the trap's a little heavier than when you dropped it, or when you pull it up empty, which I've done a couple times.
And how deep is this, did you say?
This is about 85 feet of water, variable in the tide, obviously. This is 100 foot of leaded line. That way the line sinks, it doesn't get caught in people's props. They're going over.
So if you see one of those red and white buoys, don't go near them.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, buddy.
So that's right there, a limit on one trap.
Yeah, we gotta check them and sort them and everything. There's a great view of the baits.
Yeah, and I'm just using chicken neck with no flavoring.
They are absolutely massive. Wow. All right, buddy.
Yeah, one trap, one trap. All right, so male. And these guys are strong. And then you want to measure right here. You can't use the points.
Yeah, it's just inside of that chine.
But
so
see,
that
this is, I mean, that's the size of my ruler.
Yeah, awesome.
Since we got so many, I'm going to go for the big boy. So this guy in the corner here, he's massive. And he's also going to pinch me, probably. All right, male. Bigger than my ruler. This guy's pretty big.
So grabbing them from the back.
Male. Bigger than my ruler. You see, I got that purple coloring too. They're pretty. Male. 6 1/4. This guy's an athlete. This guy's big. And a male.
Absolutely.
That is 1, 2,
massive.
3, 4, 5. So that's the limit. And then on your license, get more. See how dirty they are? So you want to scrub them too. But male. This one's tiny because it looks old. And even this one, 6 1/4 keeper.
Yeah.
And then one more here. Male, all males. 6 1/4.
Woo-hoo. So limited out on the first trap. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yep, and that's kind of been the story since I found this specific spot in this little inlet. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I'm using, so these are just Willapa Bay traps, or Willapa company out in Willapa, Washington. And about 130 bucks. They come with the line, the harness, the buoy. I just added some duct tape. You can pop the top here, you got a bait box.
And you throw on the weight as well, right?
Yeah, I went to a used sporting goods store and got a just a 10-pound free weight, $1.50 a pound, because the weights, they, you know, if you go to the sporting goods store and buy weights, they're expensive. And yeah, the top opens, but how they work basically is they got these doors on the sides, and the crabs come in there and they eat, and then they can't come back out.
Yeah, do you remember how much those pots were?
They're about 135 bucks.
Which is about the cheapest that you can
It's affordable
really
because
find.
it comes with the line, and
It's like a
float
starter
and
set, and then
you can go off Amazon, but there's a local company and it comes with everything. It's just kind of a win-win. Even comes with the, you know, little ruler.
sweet. Well, well, it still has bait in it, so we'll probably set it back down in.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw a little bit of my bait in there, and then we're drifting a little bit here. So we're at 93 feet of water, so we'll just kind of go right back over the X and drop it in the same spot because we're having luck here, so we're gonna keep them here.
Awesome.
Back to the same spot, we mark it on GPS and just drop this thing in and feed it out. And then I like to check, make sure it's bottomed out, which it is. You can see there's some line sinks, but it's flooded. Get it away from the prop. It is, and on to the next trap. That's all there is to it.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Happy feeding. So we got the other trap right here. We're just about to pull up on it. Right. Just gonna go without gloves.
All right, so we got Travis pulling up his first Dungeness trap ever, right?
Ever, yeah.
Rain picked up a little bit out here. So 100 feet of line, as an able-bodied individual, really isn't much to pull up. You can get the Scotty powered line pullers, which makes sense, I think, if you're shrimping and you got, you know, 200 to 400 feet of line, but 100 feet is working for crabs out here in the Puget Sound, and it only takes a couple minutes to pull this up.
You kind of made this manual crab trap puller.
Yeah, so these are the powered bases. There's one right there, and I just went to Sportco down in Tacoma, well, Fife really, and grabbed the adapters to put this trapeze, it's called. All right, and we got the trap up. Looks like Travis didn't have quite as much luck as I did.
There's one big old boy in here.
But we got one, and I think that makes...
That's 8.
Yeah, so not quite limits, but close.
Sweet.
Between our 2 licenses.
There's some gloves here.
But if you see, boy, they ate that bait up. I think I had 4... I don't know if those are I think they're drumsticks, and they're gone. They're gone after one night.
So that probably means there was some smaller crabs in here coming in and eating, or that guy's just super, super hungry.
Yeah, and I think, you know what we'll do? I think we'll move this trap
kind of back towards the other one?
Back towards the other one.
Yeah. All right, so this is my first bad boy here.
Grab the measurement here, so.
There's a male.
Male.
And yeah, so you want to get it just inside of those chines right there, which, yeah, he definitely exceeds the limits. So he's a keeper.
Beautiful.
In the bucket.
How'd it feel?
Sweet. Dude, I feel good. I feel hungry.
How do you think he feels?
Oh, he's pissed.
Yeah, he's not too happy.
Yeah, so we had those omelets today, Dungeness crab omelets, and I think it's good luck. You know, Dungeness crab in here and some in the bucket. So yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Got a plastic bag, the fresh meat. We're gonna clean them on the boat. I like to have the crabs clean out here as opposed to in my house, so I don't get all the guts and stuff. So basically, if you use a knife or the side of a 5-gallon bucket straight on the center of the underbody, I don't know what it's called, it kills them instantly, and you can split them in half, twist, pull them apart. You've got to retain the shell, or I think it's called the carapace, so that way if the Fish and Wildlife stop you, you can prove that they're the correct size and the correct sex. But basically, you can get rid of most of the guts and just come back with a fresh bag of meat. Again, this is, you know, one of those humane ways to kill them. So, a couple ways you can hold them. I found that just doing this works just fine. They kind of calm down a little bit, won't pinch you. All right, so basically, you want to line them up right here, and this is where you go crunch. And my hood is blocking my view. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Twist a little bit. So he's dead. See? And we're just gonna twist here. Throw away the. I'm just gonna set up here so I can pull off the gills.
This is where that onboard washdown really helps out.
And we got the other one.
Taking half of it, and you kind of see these little fingers right there. That's all the lungs, and that's the mouthpiece. That's yeah, not too good eating. So
Yeah, and these gills here are just indigestible by humans, not to mention disgusting. So you just get rid of all that. Mustard, you know, some people eat the mustard.
yeah, you're saying your grandpa
My
did,
grandfather
right?
used to eat the mustard on Chesapeake Bay with blue crabs. I've never liked it. I don't understand where the word delicacy comes from, but I've heard it described as a delicacy. Like, how's it a delicacy? If crab's not a delicacy, then how is that? That's a great method. I mean, you know, you can get a blade to do it cleaner, but
This is free.
that's $3.99, and it kills them instantly. And again, you just don't have all the nasty stuff in the house. You just got it on the boat, which the boat's got a washdown pump and it sits in the rain. That, my friends,
Let's see that bounty.
is some loot.
Whoo-wee.
We're gonna probably give some away and then steam up the rest, and then we'll give some of the steamed up stuff away.
Just do a little bit of cleanup on the deck. It's actually not that bad, but that's what we got.
Yeah, you want to get the bottom of your shoes clean and then
Wash down.
these optional, kind of like when you're changing the oil in your truck.
Just makes everything
Just
so,
makes it so
much easier. Yeah.
And if you're squeamish at all, even better.
Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, so we just pulled in a bunch of crabs and just gonna kind of sit here and relax and have a Bowie cream ale from Astoria, Oregon, real quick. Astoria, just in celebration. We'll go back and steam these guys up, right?
Woo! So what you're saying is we're gonna go drink a beer and then go eat more crab?
Crabs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
More crab.
And we got leftovers from yesterday. I gotta share some of these.
Yeah, we got friends. It's not gonna go to waste. Don't worry about that.
I mean, that comes with the boat, right, friends?
No, incredible day out here on the Sound. It's just super excited to be able to go with and see what it's all about. So
It's turned really pretty. The rain kind of stopped and it's fairly flat. Kind of getting some blue sky out there.
yeah, beautiful day. Well, we just wanted to say thanks a lot for coming along with us and seeing how we pull up some crabs. We're still new at this, so
Third day out west. Third time crabbing out west. Amateurs.
So if you guys have any pointers or any constructive criticism, we'd love to hear it. But yeah, we're just excited to be out here, out on the water, and enjoying life. So cheers, guys. Thanks.
See ya.
See ya.
We have our loot. Steamed. Not clean, but steamed.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel.
Don't forget, hit like and subscribe.
Ding ding.
It will be complicated just to make fun of that.
Yeah, but people wouldn't understand that I'm making fun of it. They think that I'm real. But
Body meat.
hell yeah, dude.
I heard that orcas really like Dungeness crabs. We could maybe feed them the scraps. They're fancy.
So fancy.
They want to live high on the hog. Like
High on the hog.
Dungeness for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.